All right. Thank you very much for coming and thank you very much for watching Blackwood Fire Network and breaking the matrix with me, Mpenzi, Africa Maria, and of course here in Kampala, it's already 16 minutes past midnight. It is yet another new day, but I usually come this late because of my network. And I must apologize for our viewers. What happened to our previous channels? Of course, we were suspended for some reasons. And of course, yesterday I tried to come live. Unfortunately, I was not allowed due to network interference. And now I'm so very privileged and I'm very excited and thank our ancestors that I'm live here today. And I guess the network is not going to disturb now. Of course, we are still talking about COVID 19. I mean, everywhere in this world, I guess COVID 19 is still the talk of the day, even though maybe it's not news anymore, but of course, it's the trend right now. Please do say hi to me. Let me know who is watching, and of course, so that I can reach my heart out to you direct and know whoever is watching. Of course, I send my WhatsApp to Lando. The light. Yeah, is it? How and Kevin, of course, who's always on Facebook watching Black Hole Fire Network. Dinner, and I'm trying to recall you guys. And oh God, please, let's just give me those whole names. And whoever's always watching me, even those who hardly comment, and those who don't please do comment. Let me know who I'm talking to. And today, of course, we're going to look at a plan B, because we always talking about don't get vaccinated. And I've watched how lots of black people are protesting about the vaccination on social media, trying to call upon people not to vaccinate, to go for the COVID-19 vaccination. And then I feel like, okay, we have all agreed to this, and it's okay, we are not going to get vaccinated, at least if it's not made mandatory. But again, what if it's made? Okay, so this is what we're gonna look at today. And usually, when I'm doing my show here on Black Offer Network, I don't want to be the only one talking about this whole thing because I don't feel like I'm the last idea. Probably, I feel like there's still some very smart, intelligent, and black people who have got a lot of ideas watching Black Offer Network, and that's why I usually ask to please leave a comment and tell me what is your plan or what do you think, and of course, say hi to me at least that I should know who is watching more. And of course, we have had lots of things going on and a lot of issues happening between the black community and the generational situation per now. And we've seen very many African countries coming out to agree, except Tanzania, which says there is no COVID. Now we've seen, and Africans have been left in confusion because, well, Tanzania says there is no COVID, but again, some countries say there is COVID. And again, they report a very huge turn up of COVID 19 patients, and to the extent of saying that their death the rates are very high. And then it's leaving almost everyone confused, like if there is no COVID-19, then what's happening to the people? I mean, why are these old people dying? Okay, then what's happening in South Africa where there is the highest rate of COVID? Kevin says, okay, thank you so very much, Kevin Colley. I know you're always watching, so I don't know why, but I feel like you're always watching. And thank you very much, of course, for loving me and also loving Black Hole Fire Network and being there whenever I do come live. Please, whoever is watching, please do, of course, say hi to me. Of course, Kevin, now we are, what do you think about this COVID 19 situation? I know people say it is not, I mean, COVID 19 is, a game, but whenever you say this and whenever you're trying to reach out to other Africans, and of course you're trying to tell them about COVID-19 not existent, they keep on asking, why are these old people dying, what's happening? Okay, to sometimes I feel like, well, could be the medical personnel and the government are trying to give, of course people do die every day, The one thing I know for sure, people are dying every day. They die because of different reasons and different sicknesses. But right now, it's like everything is COVID-19 in Africa. To be honest, it's like everything's COVID-19. There is no any other report. There is no any other death and any other sickness. It's just COVID-19. So when you tell people there is no COVID-19, everyone's like asking every time, okay, if there is no COVID-19, what's happening? Why are people dying so much? Of course, Kevin, I would like you to leave me a comment, and I don't know, Kip is not here with me, but still I'll keep on checking this, discussion. But of course, with us, last time, I believe, Kevin, you were here with me when we are trying to reach out to the solutions in case a COVID-19 vaccine is made mandatory. That means if everyone is supposed to get vaccinated, whether you like it or not, right? That means, what if those who are not vaccinated are put in a certain kind of situation which does not leave them negotiating this whole situation? What if those who refuse to be vaccinated will not have access to a lot of social services? What if those who refuse to be vaccinated, of course, are not going to live an easy, life, a normal life, just like other people? So these are the questions that we should be asking ourselves. Yes, I know we've been calling upon people saying no to the vaccination. And now, what if, okay, yes, and I do agree that a very huge population of Africans and, of course, AA people does not agree to vaccination. And of course, Kevin Carl says that is going to be one of the last on call. Well, I do. Hopefully, Kevin. Well, but I know. But again, of course, I don't want us to look at something like we are alone. And I so very much believe you're not alone. Probably you have a family, you have people you do care for, and this is not. It's something that we black people should sit back, think about. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen this whole things happen into our communities, and very many people are not they're not sure of what to do. But well, I feel like probably someone should come out there and sacrifice, like I usually say this, and last time I said it, um because of course we shall need services like going to the store. We shall need, doing those things that we always do, and then we need that money to survive. Of course, someone should stand in for other people. Let's assume that, Kevin, you're having like a family. Maybe friends, because family is where you feel at home. Of course, they could be your friends. They could be you vibe with. They could be, your siblings, or your family, something like that. Of course, Kevin says that it's a scary thing to ask your oppressor for help. Very scary. I know. I know. I know. Okay, we are not going to. I want us to exploit like all the means of, all the means. What are we gonna do? What is needed of us? You know what I'm saying? So if you wake up, like I'm just trying to propose something. I'm just trying to think, what to do. So if you wake up and then you're like, okay, I think Kevin, I'm going to sacrifice this for my family, for my people, for those who like me, for my friends. And that means if you're, and for the people I love. And that means if you say that we're gonna find a house, let's say an apartment, which is able to contain, let's say, like 215 people, and then one is gonna step out and say, I'm gonna get vaccinated just for the sake of my other people to stay safe. This is called protecting the black legacy. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, protecting the black legacy goes an extreme. You understand? So if you say I'm going to get vaccinated and let my other 20 brothers, sisters out there stay safe, and I'm gonna get vaccinated, I'll be the one going to the store, I'll be the one going to do those other social, required things that they need, so that they can stay safe. But do we have a brother? Do we have a sister out there who is ready to sacrifice themselves for the black people? I mean, to protect our legacy, of course. We should know that black people need to live. At this point of life, we need to live more than any other thing in this world. We need to live more than anything. We can put aside everything, but of course, we need to protect our legacy, because this aims at wiping us all out, of course, interfering with our genes and DNA and everything. It means that they're ready to wipe us out. So this is the time that we should stand and fight. This is the time we should stand and protect who we are. Of course, we are growing to saying that, okay, no to vaccination. But again, what if it is made mandatory? Then what is going to happen? Okay, so today I want us to exploit all those. Like usually I say, I'm not the only one who's going to always to be talking about this, because I believe there are very many smart, intelligent, and of course capable black people out there watching the Hot Fire Network. And that's why I always have to have this platform together with my viewers to drop in their comments and tell me their plans. I mean, what do you think we should do? Because this is, of course, is a Black Hot Fire Network, which brings you uncut, unfiltered, and diluted and apologetic information, of course. And we are always talking about the black people. I know sometimes whenever I say this, some people drop in their comments like a racism or something. Well, what do you want me to do? This is the best thing I can ever do, because knowing myself and loving myself, I think, is the best. More than before you love other people, you should love who you are. And when I love black people, it's just got nothing to do with racism or something like that. But of course, yes, Kevin says that it's a scary thing to ask your oppressor for help. Very scary. Of course, it is, but and I wouldn't want us to say that we are going to ask help from our oppressors. And secondly, like last time I was saying that we have very many means of preserving food, and I have brothers who were proposing that people should, of course, have their own small farms, okay, the small gardens at home. They should plant their own food, okay, instead of going out to the stores to buy food, to the groceries. No, black people should learn to have their own food, probably buy flower pots and plant their food that is quick, and of course help them during this time. Preparation is very important, because you can never tell. It may not be a COVID-19 preparation, but of course, food is needed. Uh, and then another brother was telling me, of course, they should also buy and stock food. You understand? And then, of course, then I was also bringing this idea that, in African traditional society, uh, people used not to, fridges, deep freezers, and what have you had not come that time, but our ancestors used to preserve food for the longest time. You understand? Those going into war, those gonna stay at home, they could preserve food for the longest time without putting this food in the in the freezer or something. You know what I mean? So, like I say, there is that smoking method, and also sun drying, and this you can still sun dry the vegetables, the grains, into small pieces, and save them in plastic bags until God knows, for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So there's things that black people should now know. We are trying to say that we should not get vaccinated, but what if the vaccination is made mandatory? But we must do it. It would if, and of course, schooling. I mean, our kids. Let's talk about education. I know we are always saying that we are going to school, of course. The kind of education that our oppressor did give us. Well, before I do continue, please leave a comment, say something, let me know who's watching me and what you think. And of course, what you fear. Of course, Kevin Kali says, I got fact in God, but faith in man. I pray God to keep protecting. Okay. Okay, his children. I remember, Kevin. I remember sometime back you told me you're Christian, and of course, I do agree with you, Kevin. And I see this time around, I guess the turn up is not that huge simply because of our having the distraction with our other networks. And I've even noticed on the kid that I was coming live. I just dropped in because I saw my network was quite good. So I'm always rushing to come here whenever I see my network clear. So sometimes I forget to tell kids. So I guess some other family do not know that we are live. Kevin, I don't know if you can reach out to other families because I mean I need us to discuss about this very thing. Meanwhile. No, I'm so very sorry. It's usually not good whenever I'm having a network issue and I'm the only one in the studios and my other family cannot reach up to me. Of course, Vilando says that what's up, Maria. Vilando, you're very much welcome on Black Wi-Fi Network. Oh my God! And of course, we had Angela. Angela, oh, what was her other name? She was called Angela Davis, something. Yeah, she's a new, she a new person on Black Friday Network. I guess she was on those other channels. Vilando, Winter, thank you very much for coming and thank you very much for watching. I'm doing fine, my brother. I'm doing so very fine, Kevin, and of course, you are always here. I know Kevin is always watching, and I so very much believe that you are the person who always drops in. Now, Vilando, we were talking about, I guess, I don't know if you're still there watching. Please do still comment on back and tell me that you're still watching me so that I should know now. We are talking about the Plan B. We've seen various, and not only Black Fair Network talking about Africans and AAP for to not to agree to COVID-19 vaccination. It is not only Black Hotfire Network that has been talking about this, but very many African and, of course, a Black brothers on different social media platforms have been advocating for this. But again, we are not looking at a solution. Of course, now everyone is like saying that we are not going to get vaccinated, but how are we going to cope up? What if this vaccination as thing has been made mandatory? That means what if it has been forced on us? What if we are going to be, cut off from very many things, very many social, things. So that's why I bring up this very topic so that we can exploit it as a Black family and get to know what we should do about this whole thing. And of course, some of our brothers were, yeah, agreeing some time back that we should at least have our own small scale, in farms, in small scale, industries. You can decide to, farm your own food, food that grows very, very fast. So, and of course, whoever is watching me, please drop a comment. Let me know you're watching and let me know you're here on Black Fire Network. Say hi to me, just like Bilando, my brother, did. Kevin Cowley, you are very, I'm so always very glad to have you here. I'm not seeing the likes of Lando, the likes of Lightbearer, the likes of Mosquito, the likes of Dina, and the likes of Angela, and the beautiful one, and of course, Winter, and then I've not seen Gaiman, I've not seen of course, Washington, and all our brothers who usually watch Black Fire Network. I so very much sure know that this, it's a sure deal, and honestly, that some of you probably won't be here because we have our net. Our channels have been put down together with a big channel. It has been suspended for something like a week or a month. So yeah, we shall be trying to do it here, and whoever knows them, please to read them out and say Maria is here. And of course, so from that, we also looked at issues like. We say that, of course, we should preserve food, and we should also farm our own food, and then we should also have a family, someone who is ready to stand up to protect the Black legacy. That means they would give up like everything, and also know the fact that they are going to get vaccinated, their DNA is going to be interfered with, and all this package that comes with the vaccination, that people who are ready to stand in and be vaccinated, and they are ready to have this whole thing happen. So that is why I say to myself, we need to stand up for each other. We need to have each other's back. I mean, this is the high time, Black people. You got to know that you're on your own, and if you don't love yourself, one and love one another, no one else is going to do that for you. Of course, no one does, and no one's ever going to do that for you. So I say that somebody has to come out and sacrifice themselves to protect the Black legacy and to keep the Black families moving. Of course, we also talked about vermin. Of course, let me first welcome you guys. Please do leave a comment. Let me know who is watching me. Let me know who is live here with me. It's so very unfortunate that this channel is not so very common, and maybe it does not have very many viewers, but I know this information will get out there to the people that I want to get it. Now we also looked at, we exploited on, of course, on ways how we are going to overcome this whole thing. Like I said before, this information, you only find it here on Black Hot Fire Network. It is the network where you find uncut and filtered and diluted and unapologetic information about Black people. We do not negotiate who we are. We do not negotiate loving our culture. We do not negotiate being Black people. We just Black people, period. And we are so very much unapologetic. Now, we looked at various reasons of how we are going to overcome the COVID 19. What if it is made mandatory? What if the people are pushed to the walls? Of course, we cannot say that we are going to be, because honestly, I would love to say that it is okay to stand up and fight, but we still have this kind of long journey to stand up, fight, and protect the Black legacy, which we are not sure that. It's gonna happen this soon. But before this is also a process of togetherness, like Black people. This is a process of togetherness. About COVID 19, we've seen very many African countries coming out to agree to the vaccination. We've seen Uganda itself saying that it's going to vaccinate 9 million, which is 60% of its population. You know, 60% of Uganda's population is going to be vaccinated, and these are military and medical workers, for military and medical workers and people who are 45 years, I mean, okay, 75 years down, you know. But again, I was still excited when the government said they are not going to force it on people. That means people going to have their own choices on agreeing if they're going to be vaccinated or not. So it's not going to be forced on people, but we are not sure. We cannot trust the government, of course. What if they wake up tomorrow and they're like, okay, this is going to be, I mean, everyone should have this, everyone should be, you know what I'm saying? So of course, and then so that's why we are coming out and looking at all these issues. We know what the vaccination is also here to do a whole lot of horrible things to the people. So what are we gonna do? Okay, please drop in your comment. Let me know. And okay, this stand up is so very very, no, fine. But of course, you can still drop in your comment and tell me what you think. And then I was also having another idea. Of course, we've seen our country like Tanzania, of course, coming out and saying it does not believe in COVID 19. Should Tanzania be a reason, and should Tanzania be maybe a place where Black people should say, let's go there and find peace, let's go there and find freedom to our lives, freedom for living, and freedom to very many, things. And then, of course, we've seen Magufuli say no to COVID 19, and of course, that means Tanzania is one of the African countries that says there is no vaccination, there is no COVID, there is no reason it should be vaccinated. Now, this whole thing's happening in Africa is very sad. You cannot stand up and tell African people that there is no COVID vaccination. You know what I'm saying? You cannot stand up and tell Africans that there is no COVID in Africa. When they are seeing people dying, they are so scared that they want to be vaccinated. So they feel that after the vaccination, they are going to be saved. They're going to be saved. You understand? So everyone is like, why? And other people are complaining to the government that why are they only vaccinating 60%? They need to be vaccinated. They also need it. Why are they taking 60% of the people? Why are they not allowing others to be vaccinated? So you can see how desperate for vaccination they are. They're so very much desperate. They feel like they need this vaccination to live. And then when you wake up and tell them there is no COVID-19, some others are saying, but why are people dying? We are seeing a huge turn up of death. It's like today people are not dying of any other thing, okay? They're only dying of COVID 19. You understand? So, people have been dying since before COVID. But today there is not any other death. It's all COVID. Whoever is dying of COVID. And of course, so I feel like we need to wake up as Black people and talk. We need to wake up and educate ourselves. We need to wake up and sensitize this. But again, if we are sensitizing, then these are the questions people are going to ask. Then what do you want us to do? Why, if we don't get vaccinated, then what else are we going to do? You know what I'm trying to say? So it's high time Black people we stood up. Now I'm saying uh, for those who are capable. I'm not like trying to say, but of course, you will see this that it's a good idea. I mean, I was even trying to talk to kids sometime back. What if we all decide and say that we are going to move to Tanzania? Probably some few people, of course, not the all, black people is going to move that side. But those who are capable, because it's where we're going to have our own peace and freedom. And of course, since there is no vaccination, since there is zero belief of COVID-19 in Tanzania. And of course, we spoke about farming and preserving food. Then we talked about our other families are waking up and saying that they are going to defend us and giving in themselves just to protect the black legacy, just protect their loved ones. You know what I'm saying? So if I like wake up, I say, Maria, I'm going to get vaccinated. I know the repercussions. I know that what's going to happen after, but I have to do this because my other people have to leave, because now they will not be allowed to go to stores, gas stations, and blah blah. So I have to get vaccinated so that I can bring services to them. And this is what is going to be this is what should be happening. I don't know who is out there and who is ready to sacrifice themselves just to protect the black legacy. I think this is the high time we showed how much we love our black people, and stop this whole kind of talk we are always talking about and do some practice. And of course, it is already it's already 1 a.m. in the morning here in Uganda, and it's me, Maria Mpinzi, wa Africa. Thank you very much for watching the Black Hot Fire Network here on Black Hot Fire is where you find uncut, unfiltered, and diluted information and we also bring you Africa at your doorstep. And through breaking the matrix, of course, we are bringing you the facts, and we break the chain of mind enslavement that African people and those in Africa and others in diaspora. Please, thank you very much for watching the Black Hot Fire Network. It is 1 a.m. here in Kampala. It is me, Africa Maria. I love you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to our channel and also always follow to watch us live every day. We are here with different topics, and we apologize once again to our viewers who have not been live with us because they subscribe to our big channels that have been suspended by YouTube. But of course, we shall be back on those channels after the suspension. And of course, I'm so very super excited to have you and to have you here. Unfortunately, we have not been chanced with you dropping in your comment. But whoever is watching me, I want you to know that Blackwood Fire Network loves you. Maria loves you. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for coming. Stay blessed and have a great, great night.